California do.
All right. Well, he's an actor. He's an analyst. He's a rapper.
I don't know about that.
But whatever you call him, you have to call him the welterweight champion of the world. Tyron Woodley, what's up, man?
What's up, big dog?
Thank you for joining us.
Man,
how's fight week going, man? How's Anaheim treating you?
Anaheim's treating me well, man. It's always better when you fight in the summer months because the heat helps you cut the weight a little bit easier. It's not like November in New York City where it's freezing cold. So feel good. Got to work out this morning. Already ate breakfast. Took my ice bath, and I'm in the low 70s, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Weight's on point. Everything good. So I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but Saturday will be 1 day shy of your year anniversary of winning the welterweight title.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy year for you. You won the belt. You had 2 successful title defenses. This is your 3rd defense you're going for. How's this year been, man? How does it feel? Just this whole year coming full circle on Saturday.
I haven't really had an opportunity to let it soak in, but in general, it's just been crazy, man. My lifelong dream is to be the best welterweight of all time, and, I'm a few fights away from doing that. So just going out there this Saturday, putting a hole in freaking Demian Maia's head, beating him up, and, securing that victory is just going to put me one step closer.
That's right, it will. And speaking of Demian Maia, you said yesterday at the press conference something I thought was really interesting. You said, training for Demian Maia made me a better martial artist. Elaborate on that for me.
Sometimes we do the fun things. We do the things that we think look cute and sexy, shadow boxing, hitting mitts. Those are the things that are fun to do. Getting on the ground with someone that's better than you on the ground is not fun. Going into a boxing ring and sparring someone that can kick your ass isn't fun. Mm-hmm. Those are the things that the upcoming fighters, they avoid doing. They do the things that they see on TV. They want to push the sled. They want to flip the tires. They want to do everything that looks cool. Mm-hmm. Fighting him being a specialist and one of the best in the world at what he does, forced me to train with the best grapplers in the world.
Right.
And put myself in situations where I'm not familiar, where it's not fun having somebody on your back, or it's not fun being in a half guard and not really having all answers. If you put me in a wrestling position, I'm probably going to walk you through 5, 6, 7 different ways to get out of this takedown or to put somebody on their back. But having that anxiety makes me a better martial artist because I had to learn how to deal with it.
Right. And you said specialist. This is your 2nd specialist in a row, right? Wonder Boy is kind of that karate specialist type. So what specifically did you do to train for Demian Maia? You call him backpack, so there's obviously a lot of people being on your back and being in those positions. But what kind of specifically did you train on and look at for this?
We kind of work on it in reverse. The worst case scenario is he's on my back. That's where he's finishing guys. That's where he's winning fights because he maintains that dominant position. So working on that first. Then we work backwards. How does he get to that point? Well, he goes for a single leg. You go to defend. You think you can stand up. He grabs around your back. He glues himself to octagon. From that point, he's in rear naked veil and all over your neck. So we kind of work backwards. And then even from that point, how to stop him from getting to the half guard sweep, how to neutralize him. And if you take it one step further, how do you actually stop him from taking you down? And that's the part that why I feel like I'm going to do better than a lot of guys, just because I do have the highest takedown defense in welterweight history, and I am collegiate All-American wrestler. I am fast. I do know how to use boxing footwork, and I can mix it up.
Well, you just laid it out right there. You are a wrestler. You do have the striking. You are fast. And we have a couple fan questions. Jason says,
why am I getting the mad face? I ain't even said nothing crazy yet. Damn. Y'all waking up in the morning all hateful.
There's only a few of those, man. Jason does ask, what round, how do you get it done? How does the fight go on Saturday?
I think in the opening rounds he's going to be full of piss and vinegar. I think after I hit him with a couple right hands, kind of calm him down a bit, I think probably 3rd round, 4th round, something like that. 3rd round,
4th round. We have another question here. Ryan asks, main event prediction. Before you give it, we have these little animation boards.
So next time, you guys, when you do hashtag Daniel Cormier, this little cute little thing will pop up.
Florida
and if you do hashtag John Bones Jones, this little crazy looking line, how he looked at the weigh-in that one time when he was roaring, is going to pop up. So make sure you use those hashtags.
So what's your prediction on the fight? Do you think Jones regains what he never lost? Do you think DC here's and still? How do you kind of see that fight playing out?
I think if Daniel Cormier can maintain his competitive, edge and not let emotion get into the play, stay close to him, stay glued to him, clinch him against the octagon, I believe he has a better chance to defeating John Jones. John Jones, keeping out in the open, obviously he can't fight in the clinch. He elbows really well there. He has shown that he can take Daniel Cormier down. With this fight, we have already seen it once, so we can already see how this matchup plays out. It just really depends on who really sticks close to their game plan and doesn't allow the emotion. John Jones fights very well under emotion. We've seen it in every fight, every build-up, every time there's been a lot of drama. He goes out there and he fights well under those emotions, and not very many fighters can do that. So I don't want to make a prediction. Obviously I work with DC. Right. I'm not on the Fox there, so I don't have to do it, thank God. And John is not going to ever forgive me if I say DC. So with that said, I just want to watch a good fight.
Good fight. All right, one more fan question here. Sal says, an actor that you'd love to work with the most?
Actor that I would love to work with the most, probably Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. What type of movie you think that would be?
I would like to do like an action movie, something like he did with The Equalizer, or, to be honest, something like Training Day. Like Training Day 2. Forget that. Training Day 2. That would be my number one.
Training Day 2, yeah.
He died though in Training Day 1, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
Yeah, he did. He died at the end.
Maybe he recovered and came back, and, something like that. Something like that, because he's the best of me.
He's great, man. He's great. So last thing, I'm going to get you out of here on this. You say all the time, I'm going to be the best welterweight to ever do it. I'm the best welterweight in the world right now. I'm going to be the best welterweight to ever do it. But you can't say that without who always looming over you in GSP.
He ain't looming over me.
Over the division in general.
You know where I'm at.
So going off that, Dana said yesterday, the winner of this fight, so should you win Saturday versus Maia, GSP is next. Is it exciting? Is it like extra motivating? Or is it just like, do you think that'll happen? How do you feel about that?
It's not exciting at all, because if Georges St. Pierre came back and he said he's back, he should be the first person. Demian Maia shouldn't even have this fight. He should have came right in to fight me. That's what you do. That's how you pay homage to the guy that was the greatest welterweight of all time. So with that said, it tells me that he doesn't necessarily want him to come back and make a run. He wants to come back. He wants to fight big fights because he feel I was the guy that built, the infrastructure to a pay-per-view. I was the one that really, helped catapult the UFC to a different level. And then guys like Conor McGregor and John and Ronda, they came after me. Now that there's real money into this game, I want to come back and I want to basically participate in some of that money, but I don't necessarily want to win the welterweight title and defend it. So with that said, I'm just focusing on Demian Maia. The only thing I'm thinking about after the fight is talking to Joe Rogan, getting my hand raised, going back there, rushing through these interviews as fast as I can so I can watch the main event, eating some pizza, some chicken wings, and chilling out. That's all I'm thinking about. Because George, earlier that week, no matter what Dana says, George doesn't have to fight me.
Right.
He was on Bisming's podcast talking about fighting Bisming. So I think he's kind of playing everybody. And Demian Maia is a dangerous and tough enough opponent. Many people overlook him. That's why he beats him. And for me to even think about Georges St. Pierre would be silly, because without victory over Demian Maia, there will be no Georges St. Pierre. There will be no Nick Diaz. There will be no crazy super fight. So with that said, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to run through this guy, and that's all I'm thinking about.
You heard it here first. And still on Saturday, 3rd or 4th round, Tyron Woodley, tell the fans where they can follow you at, man.
You guys can follow me on all social media, TWOOODLEY. It's 3 O's there, so make sure you guys follow me there. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out Champ Camp, Champ Life Series, the best in combat sports. Nobody's even close. Also, check my podcast up, The Morning Wood Show with These Nuts, and you'll be listening to it very, very soon on Tidal. So you heard it here first.
There you go. The welterweight champ, always a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Got it.